Doop-a-doop-a-derp. Waiting until it goes live. Alright, I'm here. I'm here. Finishing up Ritz. I don't know if Griff is talking to me anymore. Anyway, hey Fiendish, you're quick. Quick on the draw. Sorry I'm so late. Yeah, true. I got test results this morning and they weren't good, and between the pain I'm in, and the test results kind of emotionally whacking me upside the head, I have just not been, I wasn't ready to stream, you know. So, I see the doctor on Thursday, so let's see what he can do. Until then, I'm just going to think about building. And fun. Well, I have to do my job too, but that doesn't count. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be on all day today. We should have some good sales. Okay, let me just stick this stuff in the bank, and then we'll get on with our lives. Oh, and I'll go. My friend made a joke with "I Will Survive" in it, and so now that song is stuck in my head. Could be worse. All right, log out. See what's going on in the world. Close that. All right, Stapati Doom add-ons. Need EHT on. It is on. Good. I can go look at a house. Hello, Nesteris. So I'm gonna write down the houses we're gonna look at today that people have asked me about. So one of them is, we're gonna, when we get to EU, we're gonna look at Geneva's Coldharbour custom build. It doesn't say more than that, and that's Toothy suggesting that we go look at that. The other one is Perdita. We're going to look at her humblemud. Which is a trap house. So we will find the trap, and it will be miserable, and I will die, and it'll be horrible, and everything. I see I have a video from you, Nesteris. I know you're shy about that. Would you rather me show it some other day? The Ravenhurst one, when you're not on yet? I could do either. Thank you, Tahu Mage, for the follow. There was something else I was thinking I had to look at. Nobody in the brass fortress. Figures. No, that's fine? Okay. Well, then let me set things up. Oh, you're welcome. I know what it's like. All right, we're going to do display capture. There we go. Let me close E. This, by the way, is what TTC looks like. If you've never seen the portion of it that uploads your items, this is what it looks like. Okay. I know it's Inception over here. Just don't mind me. Okay. Put away Streamlabs chat not. Okay. Small video. Copy. And of course it's potato scrolls. Hey, Donbat. So we're going to watch another one of Nesterish's videos. Nesterish is... Oh, let me fix this. I need to make this full screen. There we go. That's working. All right, so Ravenhurst. Holy smokes. That's some serious fireplace. Gorgeous. It's just a centerpiece to the entire house. I love how the chairs are also, yeah, the chairs are also gorgeous. Really beautiful. Hard to believe it's Ravenhurst, honestly. Nice sink. I think you've got some incense there to look like steam. Beautiful. Puppy-dog, puppy-dog. My husband's working from home, so I can hear him in the background on conference calls. Why is there snow in? Oh, that's neat. Like snow kicked in through the door kind of thing. Somebody needs a, what's those things at the bottom of the door that keeps the wind out? That's what they need. Added walls here. I love how everybody puts Vardenfell on fire. I'm finishing up my my Ritz in the other window, but yes, this is really, really good. Slanted walls, I would not have. Okay, they're not slanted, it's just the angle. Really weird that I saw it as slanted. Wow, that's it. I'm staring at it going, oh, it's a fireplace, until I realized you made that from hand, by hand. I don't think that's naturally there. Nice bubbled bath. Toilet paper and toilet. Probably more historically accurate than we care to admit, except they wouldn't have the toilet paper. Historically, they would have been just pulling pages out of that book. Farmer's Almanac or something. I'm really curious to see what's out back. It's almost ominous. What's outside? Dur, dur. True. Snowy. And Indrik pulling a sleigh. Oh wow, you managed to put snow on the houses outside of bounds. Wow. That's phenomenal. That took work. Because I didn't even know you could do that on Xbox, honestly. That totally blows my mind. I thought you needed EHT to be able to do that. Look at you proving me wrong. Oh, another one of those beautiful fireplaces. Oh, was great. Mysterious, thank you so much for sending me this stuff. I feel like we're learning from you. Because everything from here has to be done by hand. There's no EHD here. I see what you did. You can't go that far out of bounds, so you pushed it out so that it looks like it's on top of those other buildings, but they're not actually sitting on top. Hey Garish, we're just looking at one of Starish's videos. It's super clever. He's done some really neat things with out of bounds stuff. You're welcome for watching. Da da. All right. So obviously, Nastarish has a YouTube channel, Nastarish Gaming. I'm gonna subscribe. I suggest you do it too, so that we support our fellow members. Let me get back onto proper screen. Takes a second. Boom. Of course. I wish I had more. I know I'm getting... Dark Wolf sent me one, but from PS4, but I would love to get more. He said he was going to get me more, but... You guys do everything by hand. I mean, it's super appreciated just how much work goes into it. Plus, you let me do some Ritz in the background. I'm a terrible person, aren't I? I hope you folks are not the people who went out yesterday and partied and everything, because I don't want any of you to get sick. I got some bad news this morning. I know you all know that I had cancer when I was 30. My blood test came back bad. I wasn't even being tested for that. I was being tested for my inflammation levels for my rheumatoid arthritis, but my test results came back looking bad for the kind of cancer that I had, which was blood cancer. So I need to see what the next step is, but I'm a little bit my mind is a little bit distracted, so I apologize if I seem just out of it. Yeah, me too. I'm sure I hope it'll be nothing. Can't say I'm sure it'll be nothing, because in the past it has been something. But we'll see, right? Anyway, not gonna worry about it yet. You don't know until you know. But, I mean, I went into, my husband put it into some decent perspective, because he said, you went through it last time, they treated it last time, it went into remission last time, it could happen again just like that. So I'm thinking, that's the way I'm going to think about it, is like, if it isn't good, then we just do what we got to do and get the treatment again, and then hope that things get better. Tomorrow is the luck contest with J Hart at noon, my time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And I hope I entered my luck house. I don't think I did. Crap. I gotta send him a note. I hope you all are entering at least some of these. Also, if you missed my peep crown, you totally missed out. I was wearing a peep crown last night, and this is my peep scepter. But for those of you who missed it, I'll just put it on for a moment. This is my peep crown. Isn't it amazing? That will be making a reappearance around Easter. But for right now, it's just... Yeah, there's a crown and a scepter. Little things to keep my mind happy and joyful. I try to stay silly. You know what I mean? So. Load your boat. The other thing is, I hope your guys are entering. I mean, we're going to be stuck at home. So I was thinking about throwing a Easter type contest for everyone. I don't know if people are interested or not, but if I did, I might do absurd prizes, like $1 million for each of the top 3 or something like that. Maybe that might get people to do it. I don't know. I tried before, but it didn't really take off, so I was a little concerned. I want to start doing contests, you know? But I feel like, you know, that I'm not going to get enough entries. I mean, sometimes J-Heart doesn't get enough entries. I don't know why it is that he's sort of cornered the market on housing contests, but he really has. And it's something that I would like to do. That's true. I'm not really sure what that means in terms of, I don't know. He doesn't advertise everywhere. He just put things on the forums. I mean, I might be able to put it on Reddit. I always put my stuff on Discord, that's true. You know what I'm doing is, like, I miss the old time contest where it's like, here's a big theme, do what you want, right? Everything's so specific these days. I kind of like want, all right, do a Valentine's Day house kind of example, right? There's a lot of limitations now on contests. They make them harder and harder and more specific. It's just a thought. But then every time I start thinking about really doing it, I get tired. I start feeling so tired. I'm like, wait, I don't know that I have the energy to do it. All right, I'm gonna get on my main and then we can start looking at houses. One of the things that I was thinking was, you know, that whole straw poll that J-Heart's been doing for some of the contests? I was thinking, why not have it so that, like, you have a community favorite and then the person in charge then decides, you know, the regular favorite. I don't know. That's one option. You know, here's the problem. I don't really want to do contests. I want to do showcases. I could promise every person who entered 100,000 gold, there's no winner. It's just a showcase. If they at least tried. That's an option. Because I want to promote cooperation and community. I don't want to promote competition. You know what I mean? I just don't know if anyone would bother for that little amount of money. 100K. I mean, money is no object. I just need to figure out how to do it. I can't believe it's the 20... We've got 10 more days or so for the Jesters Festival. You do? I think that's what I want to do. I really do want to do... Would 100,000 gold get you to enter if you know it's guaranteed, Dawnbat? That's my question. Or should I raise that? I don't know. I don't want to. Maybe people like the competition aspect. I'm not sure. I don't. You think? I have over 150 million gold. I can afford 100K for, however many people enter. I would have to put minimums, a minimum of 100 items in this size house, quote unquote, that kind of thing. Or specify the size of the house so that nobody just submits an empty house and then says, here, I did it, right? That's true. And it's not a competition, so really it's just a showcase. So maybe I'll just take my one thing that I have going for me, which is my money, and put it out there for a showcase. Did they? What did they do? Just gave everybody money? I don't get it. Oh, that was Pie Mag. That was the song, yeah. She's a kick. I entered that. That was Castle in the Cloud. I did. That was actually DDA's contest. No, she just has... She's British, I think, and she's got one hell of a sense of humor. She is funny. So I totally don't put it past her. I'm like, oh, Spy Mag makes perfect sense. She's a goof. Those songs were all really good. I was super impressed by people. It all came out really, really exciting. It was such a great contest. And that's kind of the balance, It's like, do you want to make something tricky? I also loved the boys are back in town because the details were so good. Just a lot of really good stuff. It was a super impressive type of house, and I just wish I wish I could come up with a theme like that that's that good, because it is amazing. There really were. All right, let's go to a house. I do not know Zaran. Sleep Creek. Boys are back in town. I was like, are there even lyrics to that song? Or isn't it just the boys are back in town over and over? Because that's what I thought that song really was. Maybe I'm a goof, but... Last night I did a shopping stream, but I didn't record it. It was just a regular old shopping stream. Because, Sunday nights I go shopping for everything. It was a really boring stream. Oh my goodness. Look at this color. Beautiful color. Just walk right in the door and that's what hits you, is this gorgeous, gorgeous coloring. Those maple trees are really stunning. I hadn't seen them in someone's house before. Beautiful. And using it with the wisteria. I wouldn't think that this kind of orangey red and purple would go so well, but they do. It's like, it just looks good. And then you've got the shoots of purple, and they have a coral piece back here. Just colors and loveliness. Not enough people use logs. I say this all the time, so I'm happy to see them in use. That's something that Nesteris did too. They used the logs. Let me get rid of some stuff.
How may I serve?
When they were building the fireplace. Sometimes we forget we have cheap stuff available to us. So this is from the vendor, the luxury vendor. But it's a Craglorn skull thing. So I don't need these things. I don't need these things. Yep. The ivy, sticking ivy on everything gives everything texture and color. It's just wonderful. I love how they they just piled this stuff to the point where you can almost not see the rope unless you're actually looking. I like that. This is so good. I love it when I discover builders I didn't know were this good before. And this is wonderful. Sorry, I'm still taking care of some of my morning business, and the fact that they have a banker here is kind of helpful to me, so I'm just gonna grab all my stuff. The boys are back in town. Grabbing all my stuff from Tithys. Grabbing all my stuff from Tithys. Oops, grab something I shouldn't. I'll deal with that after. Now I grab my money from Tithys. 34,525. There. Okay. Beautiful from up here. Look, even at the top of the fountain, they added even more trees. It's just stunning. The butterflies. This is gorgeous. It looks like they embedded a fountain too. It needs 2 photos to be able to really convey it. I like the way that the view is framed through the floral and the other trees. It's interesting because Sleep Creek is a savanna area, but you wouldn't know it from this. This is really, really pretty. I'm just grabbing a screenshot. That's how pretty I think it is. I'm actually going to use a screenshot of my own. What are you going to tell me now?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was busy planning my next holiday. Picture this, mate. The moons. Exciting, eh? I'd invite you along if you could survive up there.
Okay.
Side note, you
Oh,
cannot survive
treasure.
up there.
Yeah, you know, it's unexpected. It's really unexpected coloring, but it works. I mean, I just wouldn't have expected gold and lilac, and yeah, it's the rust and the purple-ish that throws me. I just didn't expect them to go gold and rust, yes, but that's a good word for it, the rust colored. Gorgeous. And they really carried through. I mean, look. Rust flowers. And then, oh yeah, good point. The butterfly bushes down here and the red rocket flowers, I think they're called. I mean, it's just this little thing right here. It's so beautiful. I gotta admit, I'm not as up on color theory as I probably should be. Because this is beyond my ability to predict that these colors... The purple and reddish is the one that got me. But is beautiful. Good job. Good job. Let me just pop something back in here. We're really in the ears. Stowing away the time. Oh, I can't open the box. That's annoying. Okay. Thank you, Zarin. Wonderful house. Now, I told Teza I would take a look at VP Blade's house today. She said that he did a forgemaster falls that was drop dead gorgeous. This is Teza's husband. But I really liked the last thing we saw, which was the Coldharbour. So let's see what he did with the new house, right? Okay. Before we get going, I gotta send myself some stuff. Important business. If this is another town, that means he had to buy all new sets and whatnot, which would be pricey. I should just get sets for every one of my houses, but I'm too lazy. Oh, look at the boat! Putting the puppy on the boat. That's so smart. Poor kitty. Caged up. Now, I've been reading on the forums. I posted something there about ideas for Forgemaster Falls. And interestingly, people were saying that they had no idea what to do with this part, the forge itself. That it's uninspiring to them. So, it's really interesting to me that they've had no problem with it at all. They knew exactly what they wanted to do with this portion. Making it the crafting center does make a lot of sense. And over here you have shop. Shop makes sense too.
Yes.
Buy my crap. It does. It really does. I like it. Also, shops are a great way of just displaying things you have. No effects in this, by the way. So 600 to 600 items. I'm glad they did something with this tiny island. I actually have a thing about this island. If I bought this house, I would definitely want to do something with it. So I like that they did something with it. Perrite says hi. My husband discovered Perrite in a thread. Somebody was saying that they were trying to get their mind off the coronavirus. They went to go play Skyrim and they ran into the afflicted. And it kind of didn't help them get their minds off the coronavirus, which kind of cracks me up. But that's the thing about Perrite is and he's like, it's some goddess named Perry something, and I'm like, you mean Perrite? And I was like, yeah, some evil god or something. I'm like, it's complicated. Perrite isn't entirely evil. He's shades of gray. He has reasons for what he does. He's not totally evil. Yeah, exactly. Perrite is a complex shades of gray. It's hard to it's hard to put it to really explain it. You have to sort of, yeah, chaos and change. That's right. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. She was right, Teza. You were right. Your hubby did something stunning here. Look at this grotto. Gorgeous. But yeah, it's like, Periite isn't entirely evil. You just gotta, you need to follow the lore and then you'll understand. Look at how cool that looks. Oh my goodness. That statue looks amazing. This is super awesome. I'm really impressed. I was saying that people should build into the waterfalls because this is where things are the most interesting. Oh, okay. They are very wishy-washy, except for people like Moloch Ball. He's just evil. Straight up evil. And I'm glad that they actually picked one or two to make them fully evil. But, yeah, I mean, even if you think that, like, let's say, oh, the Khajiit are mainly good people. Well, they have their flaws. Thievery, drug addiction, scamming people. And then, every single one of the different races have their drawbacks. They're not all good. People have real problems. Nobody is perfect. Well, I mean, and you look at the Bosmer and they have the right of theft, so they've got problems too. So they've turned this house into sort of a showcase too. Slash bedroom. Bosmer also eat people. That's a problem. Perhaps that should have been first on the list with the Bosmer. Yeah, I'd agree with you. Except the Argonians, for good reason, have a little bit of a bias against Dark Elves. Not saying they shouldn't. But I would be scared to argue with that forest, because that forest is mean. There are some quests in the game that I was in shock of how mean it was. The one where they, like, broke a flower in order to get medicine for somebody, and then it's just, the ending of it is so sick. Seriously? She needed medicine, and you're gonna kill her because of one flower. Jesus. So, Longfin? Longhouse. So this is smart, making this into a community area, but also blocking off some of it because there's just too much for the number of slots that you're going to deal with, I think. The trouble is, what do you do with two main houses? So making one a community house and one a leader house actually makes a lot of sense. Nice gardening, too. It was kind of funny. There's this conversation going on in Eldenroot that you can run into that says, one of the guys is like, with this new alliance, I don't really get, how do we eat now? What are we supposed to eat? And the guy said, oh, it's all the same rules as before, except you can't eat anything that talks. So they're explaining the Green Pact in the new alliance. that they can't eat anything that talks. Little fishing shack. Beautiful, beautiful job. This is so lovely. Ooh, I found another little nook. I shall call it the Debellabut Nook. Debella would be proud. Veggieburg. So excellent use of what you've got, plus building on extra. You know, it's the grotto and the waterfall, like little spots. But they also use the stuff that's already here, which is impressive because I mean, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that they don't want to do it. Plus, look at the time. I mean, this was only released a little while ago, and it's completely full with not just people throwing stuff in here, but actually decorating, and decorating well. So I'm giving it a thumbs up. So good job. Super impressive. And now I send more shit to myself. And then we'll go to the next house. Really ears, stowing away the time. Rowesha. Let's do a goronir. Let's do a goronir again. Happy birthday, DDA. For those of you in the guild, you should enter it. Use a house you already have. It's due March 21st. All you have to do is, yeah, Altmar are awful. Is just include the number 3 in some way. And if you're not in the guild, you should join it. It's fun. Yeah, Altmar are pretty awful. This is goronir. Wow. Cool. I talked you into it. I'm glad. I can't wait to see what you do with it, Fiendish. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about. Getting forgemaster. I think you're going to do something gorgeous, because you always do. That's clever way of dealing with the arches. That's so cool looking. Oh, you entered DDA! Yay! Good. I'm glad, Fiendish. Oh, wow. That's neat. I didn't know you could do that. They sunk the moon fountain down into the ground. So it's just the effects coming up. That looks really beautiful. People, you come up with such ingenious ideas. I never would expect it. Yeah, I think I like Fiendish. What I like is seeing it when a lot of people enter contest. All you need to do is just somehow incorporate the number 3 into one of your houses. In my case, I put 3 potatoes on top of a cake. Even if you don't include the 3, I think you could probably still include something. You know what I mean? And just enter it so that we get to see your home. So somebody wanted goronir but doesn't like goronir culture. Look, it's just 1 bottle of booze in there. 552 out of 600 items. That sounds awesome. Those fish, that fish dish won't last. Is there a cake furnishing? No. There will be. The cake is coming up, probably going to be released during the anniversary. It'll be this year's cake, and anyone who had gotten the anniversary things the year before gets those cakes. So we'll get a bunch of furnishings together. However, there is a cake in EHT, but it's, I mean, it probably wouldn't work for your purposes. Oh, wow. So they made a vineyard, too. Yeah, they totally did not want anything Bosmer in this. They went full on, we're going to have an Altmer house. There are pies, yes. You can fake a cake too, by the way. Cakes are pretty easy to fake. Most people use, well, I'll show you what I did for my cake. But there's other kinds of cakes. Yeah, neither do I, and neither does this person, clearly. So that was just a patio. Oh, look at the water. I have a couple of cakes I can show you if you're curious. I think you all saw mine though. Beautiful. So now, how do I get up there? Or was I already up there? I think I need to go a different way. You can. No reason why you can't. I could swear there was something that went up high. I see the stairway, but I don't know how you get there. It goes on the top of this. Wait, how do you get on it? Alright, I can't figure it out. But it's a beautifully redone house. Oh, goodness. I can't figure out how to get up there. Good. I'm glad. Turn them wheels. Hello, Indrik. Alright. I'll show you a cake. After I show you my cake, we'll go do things. Stuff too. Perhaps. All right, so unspicy. I have a section that I made of cobbles for food. That contains a ton of cakes. In case you need inspiration. I have put the work into it, so there's some really stunning cakes there. My cake no longer exists, so that's probably the one view you'll ever get of it. Can I sign my own journal? Yeah. The cake is lye. They can be pretty dry. Now, you don't have to make a ginormous cake. You can make a normal size cake. But this is the cake that I made. It's ginormous. Compared to some. And see, there's the 3 potatoes on top. That's the 3. So there you go. I don't like that the pictures don't say whose houses are whose. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Thank you. It is. It's a sponge cake. Now, I don't know if he's still got it up, but I can show you one that isn't simple. Just give me a moment. And then I'll find one that's simpler, so that you don't feel intimidated. This one is not simple, by the way, the one I'm about to show you. Oof, it's a storage house now. Wonder if they left the cake here, though. I have a feeling they probably just moved the cake. Because if they got rid of it, that's just bad. Because that cake was awesome. Maybe it's been so long that people didn't keep their cakes. That'd be a bummer. In any event, it's all on the website. I have a feeling that people who don't use EHT often will just destroy their builds. I just pick them up and move them. Okay. Yeah, they don't have it anymore. That's a bummer. Edema. Edema? Let me show you. I'm going to do this real quick. And your ears, stowing away the time. Okay, so let me show you some cakes. The ones that I remember are really good. This one is the one I was just trying to show you. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? That's Greek Gemini's cake. Hi, Angel. So this was the one that I was just trying to show you by going to Grand Sijik. I'm guessing he destroyed it. Which is so sad, so incredibly sad because that's a beautiful cake. The other one I was going to try to show you is this one. This is Snow Fairy Wings. That's using some effects though. The top part is an effect, that swirl. So are the drippings, those chocolates are effects. You may not be a person who's keen on using effects, so I'll show you other things too, but I thought this was a great cake. And in fact, I think this one won. What other cakes were there? My cake is gone in real life. I killed it. I killed the cake. I forget whose it was that did something amazing, I want to say. Aww. Here's another cake. So generally, you know, you don't have to go this crazy. You can do less insane cakes, but I'm just showing you some examples of ones that people did for the cake contest. This was last anniversary. Look who's in the cake. This one is Bella Stelina. You have Numisma in the cake. She's part of the cake, which cracks me up. So last year, this is what we did for anniversary, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jay Hart didn't do it again. I think he might. This was for Thanksgiving, but that works as a cake. And look how simple that is comparatively, right? It's a wedding cake almost. So you could get away with that. That's Polaria Nightshade. There was one cake that like blew my mind. I don't know if it's still up, so that's why I'm not gonna look for it, but I'll try to show you the oh, those are plates. Those are the High Elf plates. Just upside down. I don't know Idema, so this is my first time in the house. Well, Dombat, you know, Mary Jane the High Elf's house is published, and she did something a bit derpy like DDA, and it was cute. Ooh, somebody's good at hanging paintings. They need to come and do my front room because I've been just dreading doing them. I have a bunch of pictures and paintings, and I'm like, no idea how to hang them. Like in the general, oh my goodness. See, it's these plates, by the way, Garish, these two. You see the High Elf plates? That's what they had, but flipped upside down. So, wow. I've never seen anyone do that. Incredible. Such an elegant house. It really does look great. What? How? So simple. That's brilliant. And then this is a sink. Super impressed. Bedroom. Bathroom. Somebody likes to sew and dye things. I have a feeling that this person is really tailoring their home to their own personalities and like what they like to do in real life. I can't help but get addicted to changing my dresses colors all the time. Oof. Sometimes it's fun, other times I'm just like, ooh, that's heinous. What have I done? All right, for now. Okay. Back down here. See what's outside. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can always just stare into the distance. That's cool. So they use that new Kajiti, don't know what to call it, plate almost, and put flowers on top of it and made it into a planter. Got a little garden. It's beautiful. A little bit of a grape arbor. And this fits perfectly. Look at this little stable. How well it fits. I would not have guessed. Gorgeous. Really good job, Idema. Oh, goodness. Array. Okay. Arrays is probably not. Let me go to. Actually, let's go to Dellen real quick. I'll send off the last things I need and then I'll log and go to. We'll go to EU. Okay. All right, bye, Garish. So this is just my, I want to make sure that the settings are right. This is my camp. All right, good. Let me just send this stuff off. All right, here we go. Okay, let me close this out. And away we go to the EU. I have my work meeting tomorrow, so I should be starting a little later than usual. Not as late as this, but a little bit later. The chocolatier challenge is due on the 26th. But as I said, I'm not entering that one. I just don't have it in me. Only one giant chocolate build per year, okay? I'm spent on chocolate ideas. So the one I'm working on right now is Sheogorath is no fool. I have this idea about what I want to do, which is I kind of want, when you walk in the door, you become Sheo, if that's at all possible. It's like you become him looking at the world. I think I'd be able to do it. It's just a question of how does Sheo see the world? That's a really interesting question. Granted, there would be a lot of cheese, but it's interesting thought. I don't know if it's ever been covered, so I kind of wanted to look it up and see if there's, you know, what is, from Sheo's point of view, what does the world look like? Myths of Sheogorath. That would probably be the good place to start, right? Nothing wrong with that. All right, let us go to humblemud. Let's go to Perdita's humblemud, because she asked me to, and it's a trap house. Wow, that's horrible. Sheo was sick, motherfucker. Alright, so this is Perdita. Let me read you this lore, okay? In the earliest of days, in a time when the world was still raw, Sheogorath decided to walk amongst the mortals. Blah, blah, blah. After 11 days, Sheogorath decided that life among mortals was even more boring than his otherworldly existence. What can I do to make their lives more interesting, he said to himself. At that same moment, a young woman nearby commented wistfully to herself, "The sounds of the birds are so beautiful." Sheogorath silently agreed with her. Mortals could not make the beautiful inspired calls of the birds. Their voices were wretched and mundane. He could not change the nature of mortals. However, he could give them tools to make beautiful sounds. Sheogorath took hold of the woman and ripped her asunder. From her tendons he made lutes. From her skull and arm bones he made a drum. From her bones he made flutes. He presented these gifts to the mortals, and thus music was born. Okay. That's a little messed up. Now I'm looking for a trap in this house. Interesting. No effects, 200 out of 200 items. And I'm guessing it's under here. Yep, it always is. Let's see, what's in the courtyard? Ooh, pretty. Cave. With things on fire. And a little war. Wow, what on earth? Are they being sucked into those things? Like, what's the thing here? Like, what's going on here? That's terrible. Whatever's happening to them does not look like it would be fun. And here's a switch. I wonder if they, with E effects, they have it so it can be turned on and off. Another baby guar. That is sick, but awesome. All right. We've got a scary house going on. All right. The other one I said I would look at is Geneva's Coldharbour. Creepy. It's okay. Is there someone in here? No. 700 out of 700 items, no effects. This was recommended by Toothy for me to come visit. It's a guildie of his, and he said that she would be happy and it would be a nice surprise, happy surprise for her. So I'm hoping I didn't upset her at all. This is incredible. Look at that fountain, man. Gorgeous. So as you know, wow, look at the necklace they made. Yeah, really good job on that necklace. A forge. Bracelets, rings. Is that normal? Is that normally there? That has to normally be there. I don't think they made that. I think they made these though. Beautiful. You know, and as you know, there's nothing in Coldharbour, so this is all made by hand. Which isn't easy. Ooh, surgery spot. Bedroom. Gambling. Kitchen. Bar. No, alchemy. Really, it's the good job on the cabinetry, fitting them all together. It looks like it goes. The flowers hanging upside down to dry. It's just really nice. Nicely put together. Enchanting? Yeah, enchanting. So we've got an enchanting office. Even going to the extent of putting these snakes up from Craglorn, just giving it a little extra something. So it's less plain, you know? So this is great work. They've created a beautiful centerpiece for a crafting house, essentially. I mean, you just... Thanks for the follow, DM Bondar. So this is just really well done. I mean, as crafting houses go, this is really stunning. I give them major credit. Okay, so let's do a real rando. Did we do a hundings today? I don't think we did a hundings. Xana 61. All right. I need ideas for my Sheograth build, so when I log off today, I'm going to be reading up on Sheo lore, seeing if I can come up with how does Sheo see the world other than it's boring. And how would you display a boring world to Sheograth? Normal life? Come on. Okay. So, we are in Xana 61's house. 3 effects, 522 items. I love how everybody's incorporating these new trees already. Isn't that wonderful? Makes you feel so good. Oh, you're suggesting for the Sheo thing? So, Dragon King almost? Or Dragon Queen? Museum type area? Maybe gaming or a meeting. Yeah, Jiglag. I was thinking about something to do with Jiglag, but I don't know. Terrarium. That new bed. This is the cinch bed. This was the item that somebody made into a planter in the other house. Oh, and that would be the precursor who could look just like Jeglag. Jegalag. Can never pronounce his name. Anything up top? Oh, wow, what's going on here? Oh, just a place to sit. Stable. Some crafting tables. Some punishment. Hey, look, if you're going to be locked in the stocks, at least you get an ocean view. You know what I mean? Ocean view for a prisoner. Somebody got the achievement. Very nice. You can always find the evil by following the green fire. Or the poison. Okay. Xana 61. That's one of the effects. Okay, so they made the pool bright. And the bubbles are effects too. So that's kind of neat. All right, let's see what the next one is. WTL. I don't think this worked the other day. The sugar bowl. Yeah. Lauren Blake. It's not going. Why are you not going? I do housing. That's what I do. Wait, why are you showing so stupidly? Let me fix this. Sorry about that. My bad. I am a fan of housing as well. A big ol' housing nerd. That's how I roll. Oh my gosh, Angel. I ran into at least 10 of them last week of mine that were set on their own. I was working on houses and I would go between them and they would reset between the time that I would leave to the time I came back. And I just don't, I caught it on stream twice. It's crazy. So this guy has two effects, one of which is clearly the fog. And then, oh good, half dead. It takes some time. So that's pretty quick. But the rest of this is handmade. 166 items. I love that they elevated this so you can see the view around, because the view is actually quite nice here. Oh, thank you. Are you on EU or NA? Okay, a nice little cozy bedroom. Okay, I'm on EU right now, so let me write you down. Dead for 22, Hall of the Lunar Champion. Okay, written down, because I moved over to EU a little while ago, but I was on NA earlier today. So I go to both. So nice. This is actually not at all spooky, which is kind of hard to do, but I'm impressed. They've made it, it's murky, but not spooky. Even with the fog, it just seems more, it's, I don't know how to put my finger on it. It's so organized, it's hard to see it as creepy. I guess all the little rocks make me think of a very cultivated garden and everything. It just doesn't seem scary, which is fine. Some people, that's what they're working towards. Yeah, gloomy. Gloomy, but not scary. Let me start from the beginning. I'm getting all... Oh, wait, I've seen all these. Derp. Okay. Where does this start? Here. You are a magical bush of romance. I don't know what that means. Everybody's stuff going. I don't want to do a ginormous one. You are lewd. Natamura's Aldvalathi. If we're able to port to it, because permissions are changing, like Angel said. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's just been crazy with all these permissions screwed up. Character not found. Great. I'm gonna have to do a big one. It's an add-on. You have to get, if you're on PC, you can get the add-on. It's called Essential Housing Tools, and you install the community portion of it. And that's how you list it in this. Yeah, no, that's fine. If you're new to add-ons, it's fine. You can take your time. All right, let's get since we have to do a big one, let's do a moonsugar. Naya wins moonsugar. What is with everything? Nothing's working today. I'm wondering if it's just lag. But I'm having trouble with it. All right, this will be the last house, and then I'm going to pop back over to NA and do shopping. I don't know if I'll keep the stream going. There's only 10 of you today, because I'm off my normal time, so I might call it early. We'll see. I'm surprised there's so few people watching today. I would have figured there'd be more. Because everybody's stuck at home. Those are good add-ons. Add-ons are addictive. So this is a market. This is the Tamriel World Market. That's interesting. I can't believe I never noticed before that it's pretty much the same thing. Those two orbs. And then we've got a farm by the water. This is not nice, Ferrari. What are you doing? What are you up to? Yes, you are a potato because you're in my stream, and my stream is the streaming potato. I am the streaming potato, and I call all the viewers taters. So you just did yourself in. That's why my icons are this. Because we're taters. We're taters! So Azabi is selling stuff. Scary things. Azabi's just been up to so much mischief lately. So people really like the idea of a Bandari trading post or some other kind of trading post when it comes to moonsugar. It's like a tent city in some of these places. It can be fun to make a town out of that kind of thing because then you can go to it yourself. Like I have a little town for Mornoth. I suspect, I don't know about the portals, but I suspect that open house is probably coming. Reason being, and this is just my suspicion, I do not have any inside information, but the guy who wrote the program, Essential Housing Tools, the add-on, now works for ZOS. They hired him. So it's entirely possible that they're going to add that feature because I know that all of us are basically asking for it, and it seems like it would be something really simple comparatively for housing. But, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have any inside track on that stuff. Cardi has been extremely diligent and responsible about not telling anybody anything because he signs an NDA. So he's just been, you know, trustworthy. And that's the way he should be. He shouldn't risk his job. So I don't have any resentment against him for not telling us what's going to happen. But, you know, I'm sure good stuff will happen. He's a friend. But I mean, they hired him. They must want something out of him. Who knows? And a lovely little greenhouse. Let's see, what's in the center here? Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to head back to NA. And then I'm going to just, I'll probably call it. I'm a little tired today. I had rough news this morning, but I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time. Probably, definitely in the morning. It won't be afternoon like this. So, or you could always catch me on repeats. Thank you. Alrighty. Thanks for the follow. I hope we see you again. All right. Catch y'all later.